Hello, my fellow surprisingly flattering funhouse mirrors, I'm Mr. Church. Now, the Ghoul update is almost here, and when you're watching this video, it may have already arrived, and with it comes some new map. This little square here has been added to the map, and there's new locations, and there's also 9 awesome new spots for building camps, and I'm going to show you the ones that I found in the PTS. The first one, you're going to go to Hillside Caverns. When you spawn in, you're going to be right here. And what we're needing to do is go up this hill. So you're going to turn right, and you're going to run up the hill. Now you're going to actually go up a little bit further. There's going to be one chunk, and you're going to go past it and keep going. There's going to be some ghouls that attack you probably because they hate you really much. And you're just going to shoot them and kill them in one shot only. When you get to the top, you're going to turn left, and there will be one that's just getting up from his nap, and you're going to just blast him in the face, like I did with your mom last night, he said, smiling triumphantly. Got him! Now, this is a little camp area, as you can see, and it's pretty flat. There's a little Jeep over there if you wanted to incorporate it into your build, and of course a little campfire with these cinder blocks probably aren't floating off the ground if you look closely. And just a really nice view, but also has like campsite vibes, if you know what I mean. But speaking of good view, the next spot is even better, and this is the overlook of a scenic nature. I'm going to fast travel there, but the way to get there quickly is to just keep running up the hill and go around the side of the cliff. And once you get there, it'll be so beautiful. Now there's this relatively flat spot up here, which is really nice, and a very, very nice view. But as you can see, we're right here north of Old Danielson Cabin, which I'm sure there's a lot of nice stuff happening in, and you should probably go down there and look around. It's kind of nice. Really romantic and such. But as you can see, there's a really nice view. So let's look straight down instead of taking it in so that I can sell this as like a really nice place. Yeah, let's just keep looking down, please. Yep, just anytime at your leisure, you could actually look up as well if you wanted to. No, let's look back. Okay, now as you can see, it's a relatively flat spot. It's not very large, and it's not as flat as the White Springs Green, of course, but it's flat enough that most structures will be pretty easy to build here. And again, it's just a really nice view, which I'll finally look at. If you look over there, you can see the top of the world, and that big bush is Tanagra Town. I know you thought it was going to be something else. Now, down here, there are unionized gnomes trying to figure out the age-old question, if you dig 16 tons, what do you get? For our next spot, you're going to actually spawn into Radiant Hills, and you're pretty much at the site. So when you spawn in, you're going to be right here. You're going to turn left, and it's literally right here. So I call this Radiation Pond, and you're obviously going to want to be a ghoul if you live here, because you're going to take a lot of rads. For those who don't know yet, the new ghoul player character that you can become will heal up when taking rads. So you'll be extremely tanky while you're at your camp, and it'll be like as if you had like a stim pack diffuser blasting your entire time while you were inside your camp. So it's really nice. This pipe is really cool. This toilet is not part of the camp. I had to build this. Something happened. So don't worry about it. But yeah, really nice vibes, especially if you're wanting to play as a ghoul. And it'll keep you very well healthiness. Of course, you can go to your camp, get your glow up, girl, and yeah, it's quite nice. Now, the ticking is a little annoying, and if you have misophonia or foamies or foam slippers or overstimulate easily, this might not be the spot for you. Or maybe they'll add an ability where we can toggle that ticking off if we're ghouls, because I don't really want to hear that shit every time I take rads, personally. The next spot is actually right basically in the same spot. So again, this is also a ghoul location, and this is a radiation cave. That's right, they added another cave location that we can build in, which is shocking in and of itself. Some of the people that work on this game, I feel like they actually do care a little bit. So when Skyline Valley came out, there were actually some cool spots, really cool spots, including caves that we could build in, which I found extremely refreshing. And so I'm glad that they've continued with that theme and added another cave that we can also build in. Now, there is someone living here already, but they are usually quite agreeable if you ask them to please leave so nicely. And then if you don't mind doing as little damage as possible to show your prowess, that would be part of that. That would be good as well. But yeah, this is a nice cave spot, and if you walk into the cave, you start taking a lot of radiation. So if you're a ghoul, keep those pesky humans out. And of course, it'll heal you up and get your glow up while you're at home. There is a bunch of skeletons which you'll have to move because they will intersect with stuff, but there's this little secret spot back here behind that vine. So you can try to build back there and get everything stuck up into the rock where you'll never be able to grab it again, which will be really nice. And building around all those pieces of bones and stuff will be annoying. Sometimes you can move that with like explosives and stuff. So try doing that for a few days and that'll be fun. And let me know how that goes for sure. Really cool spot. The next location is Murderer's Pond. So from the Bear Rad Cave or whatever, you're just going to head west. So just run west. And take fall damage if you don't mind. Magically be on a team because of editing and stuff. And then you will have to climb every mountain, unfortunately. But luck is on your side because you will not have to fjord every stream. Why is J in that word? Why is there a J in that word? Let's not worry about it. But as you can see, there's a really nice little pond up here. When I say really nice, I mean there's a dead body in it that was drowned. It was someone tied concrete blocks to the feet, I think, maybe. But yeah, we're actually really close to the edge of the map. And so you can only build over that way so far because you hit the boundary. But you can still like get up closer to the edge. So I put the camp module there so I can build on that side on this little like lump thing. But of course you could put it on this side if you wanted to put your camp, you know, along the edge of the river, build something bigger than what will fit here. And obviously you can build above it if you wanted to. So we're right here if you want to see where we are in relation to other stuff. And this is right against the edge of the map to the west side. But I thought it'd be cool to build like a little shack here on this little lump. That would be pretty cute. But yeah, the reason why I named it the Murderer's Pond, yeah, while I was in build mode, I saw something and I thought first that it was like a mannequin. Nope. That's not a mannequin, fellas. That's not a mannequin. That's why you pay Big Jim when he comes to collect. That's what I'm going to say, and I'm only going to say it once, okay? The next spot is at Point Repo's Radio Tower. It's actually right up there. You can see it from here. And if you look to the right, that's hell. So go left and run up and around, and you're going to actually hit the northern boundary of the map when you run north. And once you hit that, you're going to turn right and just go across this little edge, and for some reason they're letting us build up here, even though there's like a cool object in the world that we might want to build a camp around. For some reason they're actually going to let us do it. Isn't that weird? Must have been an accident. Anyway, there's like a couple of spots on the map since the game came out that have like these radio tower things, and you can't build at any of them for no reason. And I've always wanted to build a radio tower, but you can actually put your camp down here. And I think it'll be really cool to see, you know, some radio tower designs. Obviously, you can do other stuff with this satellite tower. You can build other stuff, some information center, weather station, whatever the hell you want it to be. I don't know. The next spot, you're going to spawn into Radiant Hills again, and you're actually just going to run straight in the direction that you're facing when you first spawn in. Now, if you're not a ghoul, you'll probably want to put power armor for this trip, or take a long way around, because you pretty much take rads the entire way, because there's strategically placed barrels in the woods, another steaming pile of radiation. This one is too close to Radiant Hills to build at. I already tried, unfortunately, but we can build at the other ones who really gives that big of a damn, you know what I mean? All along this area up here can be built in too, if you want to feel sequestered away. You know, it's kind of a lonely feeling up here. I just made that up. Anyway, this is like probably the coolest spot on the map right now, in my opinion. Well, not that that means anything, but yeah, it's not really a cave. It's more like an overhang here. But you can build here like above it or in the water, of course. If you build above it, it'll break that off and you'll fall in because there won't be any support. So keep in mind physics do exist in this game, pretend. Now, I do want to give one warning before you build at this spot. Because this water here doesn't have, you can see it doesn't have a texture. Now, there's two kinds of water in this game. I found there's good boy water and there's bad boy water, and good boy water has texture, ripples, things like that. Bad boy water looks like this, jello for some reason. And when you build stuff in bad boy water, you can no longer interact with it. You can't grab it. It's like the water is acting like it has its own hitbox that you're interacting with instead. So you can't grab it. So if we put this foundation under the water here, in previous iterations of our lives, that would be it. It's done. You have to move your camp to get it. Luckily, we do have free cam mode now. So you can go to free cam mode and you can sometimes go inside those items and grab them. But some stuff is too small to really do that. So keep that in mind as you build here. Be careful what you put in the water, because if it's not sticking out of the water at all, it's over. You know, you may be able to get it, but probably not. Not with your big thumbs. Sorry. That was my favorite spot, probably. But I think what the fan favorite will be, if I were to guess, is the next spot that I'm going to show you. And I'm going to call that the big one. Now, if you want to get to the big one, the fastest way is probably to go to Radiant Hills and then just head east. I'm going to head straight south because I'm already up here. But the way that I found this spot is I just followed the water down, so that's what I'll do again. Obviously, all along this area, you can put camps down. You can see the strange and unique water texture they use there. They have a lot of that in the Skyline Valley as well. It's a special new kind of water. And you can build up here and have like a really nice view and be above what is one of the coolest spots in the game, or you can, of course, just build down here, around it, under it, whatever, in its glorious presence. Now, if you want to take the next 15 minutes jumping up and down out of the water, trying to get out of here because you're not letting your AP refresh, that would be a really good strategic move that I recommend. Now, if I go into camera mode, you can actually kind of see this better, how big it is. It's much bigger than you thought it was last night. And believe me, okay? But yeah, this is just really awesome, and you could build a lot of cool stuff. Obviously, you can build across from it, so you can look at it from your camp, or you can build, let's take a picture for some reason. Let's take a picture of nothing. How about? Sure, why not? Guys, listen, just leave me alone. Over here, we have a destroyed vertibot or something, and there is an oil spill. And every time I see oil spilled, I always pull out a revolver and shoot it, personally. Why not? But yeah, right there's Radiant Hills, so you can just literally run across there. But you'll probably want to throw in some power armor first if you're not a ghoul, because you'll take a lot of radiation. So for the 9th location, this is just kind of like a huge expanse of space, but anywhere in this general region is number 9. And so I'm calling this like along the river or whatever. So that includes like this little waterfall down here. You have to put the camp module on this side of it because if you try to build on this side, you're a little bit too close to Radiant Hills. So you're not going to be able to place the camp module on this side of the river, but you can build on this side of the river if you put your module over there. But you have this little waterfall, of course, with very unique water again, very strange. But all along this, it's kind of like rapids. You can build all along, and then there's this cool little tent down here, which you can build at as well. And down there next to the water. You can't go any more further south because that's an existing location down there. Very weird spot. And you will get killed by a Scorch Beast that's bugged out and shooting a constant sonic boom that takes your entire health bar. And I'm sure they'll fix it, though, by the time this goes live. Don't worry about it. So those are my 9 spots. I hope you guys like this video. And if you like this video, consider liking the video and subscribing if you're not already. But I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to my patrons and channel members for your support. If it wasn't for your support, I wouldn't be able to be doing this. If you're interested in supporting the channel in that way, the link for that will be in the description. Also, there's a Discord server, which I'll link in the description. You should join it as well. I also stream on Twitch, and you should follow me on Twitch. And I'll see you guys in the next video.